Let's get moving with career planning, labor market information, LMI, for youth. We work with one department of government. It's somewhat like your different levels of school. Our department is one level within the bigger system of government. We help people understand how to prepare for work and how to find it. We mostly work with people who are unemployed, but sometimes we work with businesses who need help finding or trading workers. So who are we? We work with the Department of Post-Secondary Education, Training, and Labor. One of our jobs is to help people understand how to prepare for and find work. To do this, we partner with the Department of Education and Early Childhood Development, Career Cruising, Inspire NB, other provinces, and many other organizations to help youth find rewarding careers. We want you to know that there are and will be jobs in New Brunswick, that careers require more than only education, and we want to help you match your interests with available opportunities. One of the responsibilities we have in our job is to help people understand and find work. There's a new website, www.nbjobs.ca, where people can search through thousands of job postings, can explore careers by using occupational profiles, and there's even a link to get free training. One of the reasons why we see so many job postings and such a high unemployment rate is that jobs that are available don't match the skills and training that people have developed. That's another reason why we are here. We want to help people learn about matching their skills and training with available job opportunities. There are jobs out there today. We are there to help people find them, and we also have programs to help youth specifically find work and stay in New Brunswick. Here are some examples of jobs in New Brunswick now. These are all taken from news headlines in the last year. There are companies investing in the province, others expanding, and entrepreneurs are making their own innovative opportunities. Jeremy Burrow, owner of Fiddlehead Casket Company in Fredericton, offers a product that meets the demands of the emerging green burial trend. The Thai seafood company that owns Chicken of the Sea Frozen Foods acquired a majority stake in a Canadian lobster processor, Pêcherie Chez Nous, Tracadie Shyla. It employs up to 200 workers at the height of lobster season and generated $50 million in revenue in 2015. Thermal Wood Canada from Bathurst utilizes a new technology to the forest industry and produce products such as decking, siding, flooring, moldings, and much more. The company was even approached about making Louisville Slugger baseball bats. McCain Foods Limited will spend $65 million on a new production line at its French fry plant in Florenceville, Bristol, to help meet the growing worldwide demand for hash brown patties. The expansion will create 40 to 50 new jobs. Ever heard the expression, "what you see is not always what you get"? The same expression applies to the labor market. The media focuses much of its attention on the unemployment rate in New Brunswick. Yes, it is a concern, but it doesn't tell us the whole story. There are new positions that are created, and there are jobs that need workers replaced because of exits from the workforce. Jobs open up because people retire. People move away, and people leave their jobs for other reasons. In fact, while it will vary among industries and occupations, almost all, 99.7%, of the jobs that are expected to become available in the next 10 years are a result of replacement demand. 86% are specifically due to retirements. There's also a hidden job market. It's often easier for an employer to hire a person connected to someone in their network. If you're referred to an employer by someone they know and trust, hiring you instead of a complete stranger is a lot less risky. They also don't have to go through the hassle of advertising the job, sifting through resumes, interviewing people, and then hiring a complete stranger. That's why it's so important to use your connections to find out if someone in your network knows about any potential employment opportunities. In 2016, the size of our workforce, that is how many people there were currently working or who were able to work, was around 390,000. Over 110,000, or 28% of workers, are expected to exit the workforce over the next 10 years. That is almost 1 out of every 3 people. This is a massive change in our province. Before you move a 6-hour flight away, think about a 2-hour drive. There are and will be jobs in New Brunswick. So now what? The place to start is to be thinking about your interests. What are you good at, and what are your dreams for the future? If you make decisions about your career based on this, It will give you a more competitive advantage than education alone. One of the keys at this point in your life is to get a variety of experiences. Try new hobbies, go out and talk to people, volunteer in a variety of areas, gain experience in a part-time job. It's okay to not know all the answers. This is your time to explore who you are and what makes you happy. When making your resume, have you added things you've already done like helping at a family business, volunteering, or coaching? What your parents or other family members needed to do to prepare for a career is not the same as what you need to do. Career development is a journey and not a destination. One of the things you need to realize is that your career journey will take a twisty, windy road and not a straight path. There is really no one point where you must decide on doing a single career for the rest of your life. But we all need to start somewhere, and what we need you to understand is the importance of starting to think about this now. Did you know the average worker today stays at each of his or her jobs for 4.4 years, according to the most recent available data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics? But the expected tenure of the workforce's youngest employees is about half that. Roughly 90% of anticipated job openings from exits or expansion in the workforce will require at least a high school diploma. It is critical to finish high school and to be aware of the diversity of post-secondary options that are available to you. After high school, the highest proportion of job openings will be for careers that require a college or apprenticeship level of post-secondary education. One of the biggest factors of your competitive edge when you're competing to get a job and to keep that opportunity is work ethic. The structure and expectations of you in high school mirror what will be expected of you at work, whether it is a part-time, full-time, or summer job. Being on time. It means you show up when you're scheduled to work and you're ready to do the job, not just scooting in the door the minute you're supposed to start. Respect. We all have things to learn and areas to improve. Problem solving. When you run into an obstacle or have an issue, consider how to appropriately solve the problem and don't expect someone else to step in and solve it for you. Communicating. It's more than the words you speak. It's your tone, your ability to listen and exchange information. Take pride in your work. Whatever task you're working on, take pride in the fact that you are responsible to do it. Sometimes you will really enjoy a task and other times you won't. Doing the best you can do will pay off in the long run, and you'll earn the respect of others. You can develop these skills in high school. Social media. It can cost you a job. If you post it online, other people will use it and will make judgments about you. You may not think it is fair or right, but it is reality. Employers do search for you online. Your online persona is automatically one of your references. It is up to you what you want it to say. 93% of managers check out an applicant's social media pages. Some common mistakes that people make are any references to illegal drugs, provocative or inappropriate photos, profanity, racist, sexist, homophobic, transphobic, or anti-religious remarks, and novelty email addresses. Careers require more than only education. You need to have experience, work ethic, networking, and a good reputation. New Brunswick youth have the highest student debt load in the country. The average amount of student debt is approximately $40,000. A significant part of why debt loads get so high is that people are trying to figure out what they want to do after they sign up for expensive education programs that may or may not be the right fit for them. This is another reason why we are here. We want to encourage you to explore your interests, strengths, and build life experience sooner, hopefully decreasing time spent paying for that exploration in a post-secondary program. Using labor market information can save you money. Matching your interests and skills to available opportunities can decrease student loan debt, accelerate your transition from classroom to workplace, lessen time spent looking for work you are passionate about, help you expand your network, and plan your finances. With labor market information, you can judge how much you are investing in education and what you will earn. Don't just go with what is commonly known. There are a lot of opportunities out there that people don't automatically think about. And over a lifetime, you actually could have a few of those careers. If you're wondering what these jobs are, what employers are hiring, or any other details, where would you start to look? Some potential options are jobs like foundry workers, concrete finisher, network technician, translator, and more. You can find all this information online at nbjobs.ca. You might be wondering how we know what jobs there will be in the future. There are jobs today that nobody thought of 10 years ago. And you're right, there will be jobs that we have not even thought of yet. That's exciting, and that is why we started today by encouraging you to realize that deciding on a career is a journey and not a destination. As an example, you graduate from high school, go to college for 2 years to become a personal support worker. 5 years later, go to university for a bachelor's degree in nursing, and a few years later, complete a master's degree in nursing or develop a specialty that we don't even have now. Nobody knows for sure exactly what jobs will be in demand after you graduate from high school or post-secondary education. We work with a company that talks to major employers, government, and performs very complicated statistical calculations to come up with the forecast. We do know the number of people who will retire, both by choice and or due to age. We also have estimates based on history of what to expect for expansion and growth. There is a job for everyone. You could start career planning by only knowing that you want to work in a particular sector. Let's use an example of wanting to work in the forestry sector. You could take different pathways towards a variety of careers with attractive salaries and benefits. Here are a few examples of how the forestry industry employs people from all different educational backgrounds. With a high school education, you could work as a logging and forestry laborer, or security, community college, a forestry technologist or technician, or a silviculture worker. Or with a university degree, forestry managers, biologists, or other forestry professionals. There are many jobs with various education requirements that are in demand. For example, with a high school diploma and on-the-job training, you can be a transport truck driver, which we estimate there will be a demand of 3,026 jobs available in the next 10 years. For college or apprenticeship education, you can be an administrative officer with prospects of 2,087 jobs coming available. Or with university degree, there are expected to be 909 jobs as financial auditors and accountants. The median salaries in these fields are actually comparable with transport truck drivers earning $41,017 in 2016, administrative officers earning $43,534 in 2016, and financial auditors and accountants earning $53,019 in 2016. About 32% of careers require college or apprenticeship, such as licensed practical nurses, carpenters, and power systems operators. 29% of jobs require a high school diploma and on-the-job training, like food and beverage servers, public works maintenance equipment operators, and security guards. 29% of jobs require a university degree, like civil engineers and health policy researchers. There are also many opportunities for alternative employment, such as entrepreneurship, being self-employed, and franchise ownership, home-based work, and the military. Essentially, an entrepreneur is a person who starts a new business venture. Entrepreneurs may be a small business owner, but not every small business owner is an entrepreneur. They create entirely new methods of production, like Henry Ford, commercialize new technologies, such as the personal computer, like Steve Jobs, or invent life-changing devices that we can't imagine being without, such as Thomas Edison. When you're self-employed, you have the full control of how your business is run. It is your own money in the business, and you're responsible for any profits or losses of your business. You can hire other workers to carry out the work at your own expense, and it is your responsibility to correct unsatisfactory work in your own time and expense. Similar to being self-employed, franchise owners are their own bosses, but you will have accountabilities to a larger, often national corporation. Home-based work may be jobs like selling products on Etsy, medical transcription, or even data entry. Careers in the military are a meaningful, valuable opportunity where individuals can follow a variety of trades from administration, engineering, medical, or artillery. Start your job journey today. Meet with a guidance or employment counselor. Talk to employers and family members, and take advantage of the tools on nbjobs.ca.